different places, the different locations, we changing the scene. Too many stories to tell, it would not fit on the screen. What do you mean? There's hope in your story, there's hope in your passing. They don't get the picture, so we tell it like captain. Look at what happened up in your life when you take roll. God is present, you have now tuned in the official podcast, so tell it, ayy.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Tell It. I got, as you see, my boy Jason Ferguson on here. How you doing, man?
Peace. What's good, my brother? I'm doing well.
He's a Chicago native, and we'll get to that logo on his hat in a minute. But all my Chicago people, stand up. If you are on here and you're from Chicago, what I need you to do is heart it up. I need you to share because, you know, this might be your brother. This might be your uncle. This is your cousin. Matter of fact, I didn't tag Reuben in this, but if you find him, put them both on here. And we're going to get started, y'all, because, listen, we got a lot to talk about. Like I posted, we're going to talk about music. We're going to talk about business. We're going to talk about family. And he's doing it all to the upteenth degree. So we're going to hear from him real soon. But again, continue to share. Don't hold this to yourself. And say what's up, people. You know, if you're on here, if you're watching, give a shout out. Tag your friends. Let people know that Tell It is on. And we're going to get this thing cracking, man. So let's dive right into it. Jason, man, how's it been? How's it going? What the bees like?
Man, God is good. That's all I can say first and foremost. Things are well, man. You know, there are always things that one could complain about, but man, I'm blessed beyond measure, and I'm just grateful for it all. You know, I was recently asked, actually in an interview, what the biggest career failure that I've ever experienced, and I was just like, no failure. Like, I'm learning every day. There are no failures, man. If you're getting lessons from this stuff, you know, it's all worth just rejoicing over. So, yep, Chi-Town in the building. My sister Lynette, good to see you. Westside Connection.
Yeah, there you go. So listen, y'all. If y'all friends of Jay Ferg, I'm switching your name up, Jay Ferg, Jason Ferg. If you're friends of this man, you need to go ahead and tag some people and let them know that he's on live and he got some stuff to talk about. But before we dive in, man, we got a little something that we like to do. We like to highlight just, you know, charities and things that's really reaching out to the community, local businesses. And we want to kind of hear about it. And if you're supporting anything, what are you supporting? What should we look out for?
Yeah, you know.
Are you good?
Okay. Yeah. So, you know, there are a ton of nonprofits that I like to support. But one that I definitely want to highlight right now is led by a good brother of mine, Christopher Lamarck, out of Chicago, and it's called Coffee, Hip Hop, and Mental Health.
All right, Coffee, Hip Hop, and Mental Health, y'all.
Yeah, I have to check out Coffee, Hip Hop, and Mental Health. Go to chhamh.org. Coffee, Hip Hop, and Mental Health is an organization that is normalizing therapy in Black and Brown communities throughout Chicagoland. I can tell you that there is a need for this work. Growing up in the Black community in Chicago, you know, conversations around therapy, there was so much stigma around mental health. And beyond the stigma of mental health and seeking out, you know, to tend to our mental health, there are also very known economic barriers to us being able to sustainably access mental health support. And so Coffee, Hip Hop, and Mental Health, they're selling merch, they're selling coffee, they're selling danishes, and they're raising funds so that they can, through Normalized Therapy University, provide free therapy for those who are in need of it throughout the city of Chicago. And trust me, they are doing some remarkable work. Go to their website, check them out, make a donation, buy a hoodie, go to the coffee shop and buy some coffee and support them. Spread the word about the organization. They're doing amazing work.
Dope, man. Thank you for sharing. So y'all see the website up here. Go ahead and check it out. I did earlier, and it made me wish that I was in Chicago right now
Yeah.
because like they got a nice setup that's happening over there. So that's
Hmm.
definitely real powerful, man. Definitely real powerful. We're gonna move on to our next phase. All right, and this is called rapid fire questions. Now, before I do that, I need y'all to continue to share,
Yeah.
continue to heart it up, because we're gonna figure out, what this guy likes, And usually when I do these, I usually stump people. These are simple questions, but they get stumped. They get like, I don't know. What I'm saying? Because you think you know yourself until I ask you these questions, man. And
I
and I feel
see.
like, yeah, we'll see. And I want to do a music one too, because we're gonna dive into some music, and I got something to show y'all too. He provided a clip for us, so I'll let y'all look at that in a little bit. But we're gonna hop into this rapid fire questions, and we're gonna see how you fare. Now, you be the first one that didn't get stumped if you can get past it. All right, and I'm
Do
gonna
I
tell
need
you
to
some.
take notes, or I have to just like I
Nope,
have to
just
answer?
right off
Bet.
the brain.
Let's go.
Right off the brain. That's why I didn't share this. See, when I have prep now, I don't share this part. Like I let you know that it's
I,
coming,
I see.
but I don't let you know the questions. All
I
right.
see. I see how you doing.
So here we go, Mr. Music Man. And then I might dive into some basketball because some people may not know about you is you was a hooper too. So I see
I
Jordan on
still
your
am.
shirt. Oh, he said I still am. And there you go. All right, here we go. You ready?
Let's go.
All right. Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles. I mean, I know they both blind, but still, Stevie Wonder or Ray Charles. Which one you got?
Ray Charles.
Oh, Ray. Okay, not Stevie. All right. Music Soul Child, Babyface.
In terms of what? Performing or songwriting?
Oh man, see now you want to throw questions back at me. Um, let's go performance.
Music Soul Child.
Okay, and we all know Babyface is an excellent writer. All right, Prince or Michael Jackson? Where you going?
Prince.
Man, this is not okay. It's not hard for you at all. All right. Let me see. Biggie or Tupac?
Ouch.
Yee.
Tupac.
Got him. Tupac. All right. Got a little Pac there. All right. Here's a curveball right now. You ready for this?
Let's go.
All right. Now, we talk about a little hoop, and there's been an ongoing debate about this. But you've been a Chicago kid. I think I know where you may go. LeBron or Jordan? Where are we going?
Do I need to talk? Do I need to even speak right now? You see what
Ready?
he is?
Oh, greatest of all time. He got Mike, y'all.
Mike.
I can't lie, y'all. I think we're gonna go ahead with Mike. All right, one more, man. One last one, and I know all these, Chicago people on here are really gonna go for Mike. So I understand. Look at that, all day.
Right,
Okay, I
Evie.
understand.
That's right, Evie. All day. Jordan
All
all
day,
day.
I understand. All right, now always, nah. Let's see where you are with this. All right, we always talk about this. Sugar in your grits or salt, man? Which way you going?
Neither. I don't
Neither.
touch grits. I don't touch grits. Call my wife right now and ask her, what is a grit? First of all, what is a grit?
Y'all, he said he
I
don't eat grits.
I don't eat grits. I had grits maybe a few times when I was a kid, but the truth is the only hot cereal that I eat is oatmeal. I never did farina, cream of
Oh
wheat,
wow.
malta meal, grits. Nope.
You need some good grits in your life, man.
I
And
don't.
then when you do try and put some sugar in them, I'll let
Oh,
you know right now.
you're a sugar in your grits.
Oh
Girl?
yeah, man, all day.
Oh
All
man,
day, man.
I
All
don't.
day.
I don't eat grits.
Farina, I don't even know what that is. What's a farina?
What's a grit? What is a grit?
I don't know what
I
that
don't even
is.
know. What is a grit? No grits for me.
Yeah, we're gonna look that up. We're gonna look that
Evie,
up.
Evie is my sister. I never met you, Evie, I don't think, but man, I'm with you. Grits are
Oh,
great.
what? Okay. All right, last music one. This will end it all. Ty Tribbett or Kurt Franklin?
Kirk Franklin.
Okay.
Those
I
are
can see that.
these are really good questions, though. These are really good questions.
Hey, you know what? I didn't stump him.
You didn't
Let me
stump
see.
me. I
No.
answer fast, but you know what? The Stevie Ray Charles one was a bit tough. But I feel like Ray doesn't get the respect that he deserves. So
Mm-hmm.
I kind of gave Ray some extra love. And when we lived in LA, we actually lived in a community called View Park. We moved around a little bit, but one of the times we lived in a community called View Park, and Ray Charles owned a home in View Park. If you remember him buying that home in his movie,
Yeah.
Ray, that was View Park, a historic neighborhood where historically there was a clause where the white residents would never sell their homes to people of color.
Yeah.
And then, after the 60s, the black people started to move in that community. And it was considered Black Hollywood. I think Ella Fitzgerald owned a home there. Regina King to this day owns a home there. A host of other like black celebrities, they live in View Park. So Ray Charles, shout out View Park, LA.
Okay, there you go, man. There you go. Hey, that's right. He went on ahead and schooled us. He gave us a lesson and gave us a little history, I guess. Hey, yo, Ed. So, Evie, since you on here, first of all, what up? Good to see you. So if y'all on here, yep, some Black History. You will get a chance to support what he's doing. So I always do this so people can know the lighter side of this person, and people love a story, and that's why I have the tagline there is hope in your story. People want to hear hope, and I think you're going to get that tonight. They want to hear encouragement, and I believe you're going to get that tonight as well. So that's how it's going to be. So listen, y'all, we're going to jump right into it, and I have him on here, and let me just kind of give you a little background. So Rebert is on here. He's not, but known Rebert for a long time. And he said, yo, my cousin, he's in North Carolina. Y'all should hook up. I was like, okay, cool. I just got here. I need to connect with somebody. Hit him up. And this guy was just cool out the gate, man. He was actually coming from a versus competition, I believe. You were riding down from New York. Was it New York, right?
Yeah, I went up to New York for that. Yeah.
This guy's always around music. And as you're going to see later, he got some things going. But I think ever since then we kept in touch, and he got kids, I got kids, and it's always a good time, when you have some kids, and definitely when you meet up with somebody who love God and you know the struggles of a husband. We'll get touch on that later just a little bit. And fatherhood, I think you always want to connect with people like that. So shout out to this man, Jason Ferg. And I think you're going to hear some good stuff tonight. So if you have not yet, go ahead and share. Go ahead and heart it up, because I don't want anybody to miss these nuggets that he's about to drop tonight. And so you don't want to miss it. If you know somebody that is into music, definitely tag them and let them know what's going on here tonight. So, all right, let's get started, man. A kid from Chicago. What part of Chicago are you from?
The best side, which is the west side. If anybody ever asks you which side of Chicago is the best side, tell them that it's the west side. And if they disagree, they are haters. Period, point blank.
I should have asked you, do you like was the chicken Uncle Remus and what's the other one? This the one on the south side?
You don't need to even
they go.
say it. You've already said you've already declared the winner, Uncle Remus. And I'm vegan, but Uncle Remus is near and dear to my heart. We got love for Harold's as well, but Harold's is kind of like, if I have to eat Harold's, I'll eat Harold's. If I can't make it to Uncle Remus,
Look at all right. You said the west side, the best side. All right.
That's right. That's what's up.
Got a lot of west siders on here. Nobody on the south side for me here. Nobody saying nothing. All right.
No, I got love for the whole city, but I am a west sider.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. All right. So how did all this music stuff start, man? Has this always been something that you were just attracted to? Did it start in Chicago? Who were your inspiration? I know it's a lot of questions, but how did this all jump off, man?
Yeah, so man, it's the roots run deep. I come from a musical family on both sides of my family. My mother's family, they weren't singers as much, but they were dancers. And everybody, all of my aunts, my mother, my grandmother, they all had record collections. So any house that I went to on my mother's side of the family, they were always playing records, and they took care of these records. There was such an appreciation for music, and it was jazz, it was blues, it was, soul music. It was all type. I would hear everything. And
Mm.
I just grew up having a deep appreciation for music. My mother would be driving me to school. A song would come on. She'd be like, "Who is that?" It was like a daily quiz, like, "Who is that?" And she cultivated in me just a love for knowing about Black music or just music in general. On my
Mm.
dad's side of the family, very, Christian rooted family and singers, like legendary gospel music artists and singers and writers,
Mm-hmm.
musicians. So family gatherings, we would sit around and sing songs, and it was pretty cool when I discovered that I had a voice for singing as well, to actually start to have my own song around the whole family that I could lead, and so
Mm.
just coming up in that musical environment, I think the roots were already instilled. But fast forward many years, and I grew up singing in the choirs in church and all of that too. But fast forward some years, the Chicago poetry and spoken word scene was jumping heavily
Mm.
in the 90s. And this is when I was like the late 90s, early 2000s. I was in undergrad, finishing undergrad. This is a time where I was exploring my own voice. So I would
Right.
start writing poetry and going to open mics and getting up in front of complete strangers and just sharing
Mm.
my thoughts. But it was that expression, that freedom of expression, and being in that environment where I started to cultivate my own voice. And so you mix that energy with having grown up around music.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I don't have to sing other people's songs. I could start to write my own songs and
Mm.
actually think about what I want to say, not just repeat what somebody else has said. So I
Right.
started writing songs, and sometimes the song ideas would come in rhyme form. So then I'm rapping, and it's like it was just continuing to explore that creativity that was definitely liberating for me. But
Mm-hmm.
then I would say ultimately I got hooked when I saw that other people were blessed by it. People coming up to me like, "Yo, I listened to your CD." And back then, it was before things were going digital. I
Yep.
would be handing out CDs like, "Yo, check
Mm-hmm.
out my songs." And so people sharing testimonies about stuff that they received from something that I wrote that God inspired me to write. So I'm like, I gotta do this. And God
Mm.
just kept confirming along the way, like, yeah, this is for them and for you. So just do it. So I've been enjoying the journey. By no means do I consider myself any kind of expert. I'm still a student of the craft,
Mm-hmm.
having fun with it along the way.
Wow, that's what's up, man. That's definitely nice history there. Now, what in Chicago inspired you? Like, you have any Chicago influences in your music, man?
Yeah, for sure. I have to shout out Common. As an MC, Common is one of my top three favorite MCs. I think that his career is a testament of being willing to do things your own way. There's
Mm.
so many other ways Common could have gone with his career, but
Right.
he's made some very, you know, uh, intentional decisions along the way to just stay true to who he is. And so I've always respected that about him. I'll tell you, Kanye West is a huge influence.
Mm-hmm.
When I heard The College Dropout, it gave me permission to just get loose.
And I feel like that's
Because
everybody's like,
yeah, but
college dropout.
like, yo, this dude is talking about Jesus. He's rapping and he ain't talking about. I didn't hear him kill nobody in none of these songs.
Mm-hmm.
This is not about thugging. It was almost like the blending of all of my worlds. It was that poetry, spoken word kind of vibe over
Right.
nice beats. It was soulful. I was like, man, this was like the golden ticket, the permission
Mm.
to get loose. So I was like, man, if he can do this, I'm gone. And
Definitely.
that album, man, it had me so charged. I heard that album was like, yo, this is what I'm
Mm.
supposed to be doing. So, and I just want to shout out that brother. We know that he's had plenty of struggles along his journey,
Yeah.
but no one can take away the fact that he got out there and just has been just doing some remarkable things. He's influenced so much culture, not just music, but fashion, but just a lot. I mean,
Yeah,
it'll be years to come, and we're still studying stuff that Kanye West and the movement that he's been spearheading, uh, how it has impacted like modern society. Period.
definitely, man. Well, listen, you sent in a clip, and I want to run this clip. And can you give a little backstory to what was going on when y'all put this
Yeah.
together?
So me and my boys, like, so the band that I'm playing with on that clip, they go by Audiv, and Audiv is AWDIV, and it's an acronym for All We Do Is Vibe. These
Oh,
are like my brothers from another mother. They're all from Southern California. They're LA based, amazing musicians, but even better dudes, man. Good brothers of mine, and we just really enjoy creating together. So during the pandemic, we were like, yo, let's get together and just do a live stream, because we had just landed a residency at this prominent venue, but then
yeah.
everything shut down. So we were just like, man. So us kind of getting together, and the keyboardist's backyard was just like our way of saying, the pandemic can't stop this.
Mm.
And we just went back there and we jammed. And shout out to our guy Jimmy, who brought his live stream equipment and set it up and just helped us go live with it. So the clip that you're about to play is just a snippet of us in my brother's backyard and just rocking out live. I really like the vibe that this clip captures, because it just shows me and my element just being free, having fun with music, because that's what it's really about for me.
That's about. All right, y'all. I'm gonna roll this clip. I'm gonna tell y'all in for a treat. All right, here we go, y'all. Audiv, all we do is vibe. Here we go.
I don't need a deal or a pedestal. They tell me I be wrecking them C's. I'm like I reckon so. I don't really know. I don't compete with the next man. I'm just trying to be the best me and see the Lord's plan unfold. Like the scenes of a stage play, real life is more than what an Instagram page say. Be not deceived, don't fall for the okie doke. I show up looking satisfied and spoken for. We all know thirsty mogs get plucked off first. Flip flop like a pancake over short skirts. The art of self-control, that's the practice. I'm at this, matchless like John the Baptist. Keep cool, cause they with us. Y'all with us, y'all. Let's go, ayy. Yes, sir. Yo, hey, we can keep it authentic. We can build upon a legacy. Once upon a time, whenever we heard a whack MC.
Woo, man. Yeah, man. See, I always wanted to do something like that. I always wanted to just plug up in my backyard and just go for it. And so when I watched that clip, I was like, man, like if we could just ever get that going, man, that was amazing, man. And if y'all, I mean, what's your YouTube page, man? So, I mean, is it on your YouTube channel?
Yeah, it's probably like a 50-minute, 40-minute or 50-minute video that's a clip of. So you all can go check it out on my YouTube. It's Jason Ferg Music. Just look up Jason Ferg Music.
Jason Ferg Music.
That's my channel, and that I think we called that event Audiv Night. So yeah, definitely go and check that out and show us some love in the comments. But thank you so much, man. I'm telling you, those dudes, you all hear them. They are amazing musicians. And I'm not one that is like, always quick to run to, because in the music world, it's like the popular names, like, who's the dopest drummer, who's the best bass player, and you kind of run to these popular names. But my guys, man, and not to do this in some kind of comparative way, because we all this is art, so we all are just doing what we do. But man, I love playing with those dudes. I'll just keep it at that. They're some of my favorite musicians in the world, and it's an honor to call them brothers. And when we get together, man, I go into a zone. I'm just like, let's just have some fun. So we always have fun when we get together like that. In
No,
fact, and I'll share more later on, but we're working on an album together now where
okay.
we're gonna record live. It'll be my first live recording as an album.
Wow. Lynette asked, can we get more of that out here in East NC, man? Can
Let's
we?
do it. Let's do it. Lynette, you know I'm down. We've been getting it popping at the Apex Farmers Market. And trying to get that going. So it's growing, but it takes time to build that kind of momentum. And
Yeah.
I'm new to the artist community here, so I'm still kind of getting to know getting to know the players, but I'm always down for a vibe session.
Dope, man. So can you share with us then? Because in music, there's times where you just hit that flow where you just got stuff coming out one after another. You're in your writing mode, but then there are times to where things just kind of get clogged up, or things aren't coming as fast as you thought. Can you tell me, how do you handle those situations, those times of maybe writer's block, or music isn't coming as consistently as it once was, and how do you fight to keep going?
Yeah, that's a great question, man. You know, I I don't necessarily consider it writer's block. I think they're just shifts of
Yeah.
creativity. And your creativity is literally shifting like that. I can't speak for anyone else. I'll personalize it and say, for me, my creativity sometimes is shifting like this. And what I've
Mm,
done is I've allowed myself to just really focus more on being self-aware of where I am on that creative spectrum. And there
mm,
are times where I'm very lyrical. I'm hearing words and I got lines, they're just flowing out. So it's all these lines that I'm jotting down lines, or I'm using the notes app in my phone and just like
mm-hmm.
typing or using voice command to like speak these lines and just get them down. And then there are times where the lyrics kind of, not that they dry up, but that's just not where the creativity is flowing. Is more music, beat.
Mm,
And so I'm like working using my production gear, and I'm like making beats that I don't know what the lyrics are gonna be for, but
mm-hmm.
I'm just like, let me just get these ideas out. And then there are times where it may be some of anywhere in between. And I'm not so focused on creating music. I'm enjoying music,
Yeah.
just being inspired by what's out there, old stuff, new stuff, things that you wouldn't even think that I would listen to. Like I listen
Mm,
to music from all over the world, from every time period. I literally listen to everything that energizes me.
right.
But then I would say also a part of it is just living too, just living life,
Mm,
charting what's on your heart. In 2016, I dropped an album called Tribune, and that album was purely inspired by um, just like me being upset with all of the negative media attention that was being focused on Chicago.
mm,
I was just like, so the whole album was like specifically dealing with how I was feeling in that time. Just like, man, you don't get to just talk negative about my city on CNN
mm,
or your news channel without hearing a true Chicagoan's perspective about some of the stuff that's going on. Yeah, it's some stuff that needs to be addressed. Yes, the gun violence is a real issue. Yes, this is a real issue. But there are people in Chicago every day living well, taking care of
yeah.
themselves, building community, and that perspective needs to be shared as well. So my whole album was like a response to my
Mm-hmm.
disgust with this negative slant on all things Chicago in the media.
Yeah.
So I just share that to say that, I think the art that we create should reflect the life that we're living and the perspective that we have on the world at that time. That's why when you listen to Marvin Gaye's "What's Going On,"
Mm-hmm.
it takes you back to what was the pressing matter of the time. And you can listen to that album and you can say like, wow, the war and poverty and heroin addiction and how it was affecting the Black community and all of these
Mm.
different things. So
Yeah, man. That's deep. And people say the most creative times that you have is coming from a real place and not trying to make something up to appease the masses and to go to what's popular. And yeah, Lynette's right, and it's still relevant today.
It's a
Still going.
timeless album. It's unfortunate that it's still relevant.
Yeah,
Like
right.
we still dealing with these issues, but the way that he captured it, the way he expressed it, man, it was so powerful. And you all know that Barry Gordy did not want him to release that album. He had to fight to release that album
Mm.
because the world knew Marvin Gaye as the crooner. They knew him as ain't nothing like the real thing.
Mm-hmm.
They knew the love songs and the sexy Marvin Gaye. They didn't know no
Yeah.
revolutionary Marvin Gaye who was talking about political stuff. And they thought that that album would be a flop because nobody wanted to hear that. It would make people upset. It still is one of the best selling albums of all time.
Mm.
And definitely one of his top albums. So it also just speaks to the fact that, we as artists have to not necessarily just create what's hot and what may be popular, but what's burning on our heart. That's what needs to come out. And, as the scripture says that God will give us the desire of our hearts,
Mm-hmm.
he will put the desire in there. Like, yo, I got a message for you that your voice is supposed to get out to the world.
Mm-hmm.
As an artist, there have been times I'm like, why do I have to say this? Like,
Yep.
can somebody else say this? Like, no, you say it. You're the one who grew up where you grew up. You're the one who experienced what you experienced. You're uniquely positioned to say it. So you say it.
Man, no, that's real, man. Because definitely growing up in Oakland and everybody, when you go visit somewhere, it's like, man, ain't Oakland all bad, man? Ain't ain't people getting shot? I was like, all right, but what I'm saying, like, there's definitely beautiful parts in Oakland, man. Places that I loved. I loved Oakland, man. Obviously, I grew up there, but it's a beautiful place. And when I could move to Illinois, like you hear about Chicago, like, oh man, it's horrible. But when you go out there, it's like, man, this is a great city, man. And some of my best times have been in Chicago. But when you don't know, or when media just try to highlight the negative, man, it's just unfortunate. It's definitely unfortunate.
It's so unfortunate. When I was younger, the first few times that I ever went and like stayed in some remote location, or I was in what would be considered nicer parts of the country, I would lay down at night and just think to myself, like, man, if I was outside right now and somebody ran up on me, even if I screamed really loud, who's gonna hear me around here? Like, there's nobody even around here who I could call for help. Like, I'm more afraid here than I am on my block. On my block, I know if something is going down, I'm just like, hey, somebody's gonna hear it and they could help in my response. And so
Right.
I think it's all relative what people consider safe and not safe.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, people who got a basement full of dead bodies and all that stuff, they don't live around where I came from. They live in other parts of the country.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
And so you
In
just gotta think
in the
it's
suburbs.
so relative. And the other thing too is like, while people say senseless violence, and I don't mean this in any negative way, but the violence makes sense. You have poverty on top of poverty. I can explain to you why this violence has happened. It's not senseless violence. We know that this is engineered violence. This is violence that comes from people being completely forced out of the legal economy. You know what I mean? So it's like, what do you expect? This is what you get. And so I share that to say that growing up, we knew, and you probably could, can attest to this, even having grown up in Oakland. When something is about to go down and why. It's not random. Like, dude owes him money and he's upset and they have to resolve this. He can't call the police to resolve it. He is the police, So hey, dip out and let them handle that, So it's like it's all relative, and it's just realities of those environments. So
yeah, it's all as they pointed out, it's definitely perspective. But I also want to point out something else, man. You wearing this hat, and can you explain, since we're talking about your city, can you explain what's going on there?
Yeah, so you all see the hat. It says "Love from Chicago." On the bottom, it has the Chicago Stars. And you see the logo in the middle. It's a heart with the Chicago skyline over it. Now, that piece of art, the heart with the skyline over it, true story, the first music video that I ever recorded. A good brother of mine who I haven't spoken to in years, his name is Joel McGinty. Shout out to Joel McGinty.
Mm-hmm.
He directed and shot the video. And while we were on the video shoot, I had a blank sheet of white paper, and he asked me to take these Sharpies, a red Sharpie and a black Sharpie. He quickly sketched this outline, and he drew this logo, like a quick sketch of it. And he was like, okay, I'm going to kind of come over your shoulder with the camera. And while I'm coming over your shoulder, color this part black, color this part red. And that's exactly what I did. I was like coloring it, and he was like getting these shots of me coloring the logo. Video was done, and we were wrapping up, and I looked at the sheet of paper, and I was like, yo, this is kind of dope, man. I said, can I keep this? He was like, man, this is all you, run with it. And that became, at that moment, it became my logo. I was like, I love this so much because it expresses a lot. And I talked to him about it, and he actually said that when he was sketching the heart really fast, and you could see it, the black lines that kind of go through the heart, he wanted that to depict the thorns that were around Christ's head. So it almost looks like thorns. And so I've asked people over the years, I said, hey, when you see this logo, what does it represent to you? And people would say, it looks like your love for your city, or there is love in the city. It was some kind of like reference to love and city, or the heart of the city. People would say all types of different things. But then I started to think about myself, since, you know, my family and I have kind of been on this U.S. tour. You know, we moved from the Chi to L.A., and we had a short stint down in Texas, and then back to L.A., and now we're in North Carolina. Wherever I go, I am love from Chicago. That's who I am. I represent love from Chicago. And it's so much love from my city. And people all over the world feel it whenever they encounter us. Like, man, Chicagoans, there's something different on y'all. So I've been running with that love from Chicago thing.
That's dope. Lastly,
I want to shout out my brother Johnny Crespo, who helped me digitize the logo and put the art together and kind of come up with just the overall design. Because like I said, it started out as a sketch. So to kind of get it to where it is today, it definitely took some shaping from my graphic design brother, Johnny Crespo.
That's what's up. Now, where can we grab this hat? Can we grab it somewhere?
I don't have these for sale just yet. I have this same logo on a beanie. On my website. So go to jasonferg.com, jasonferg.com, and click the tab that says shop and order your beanie. I'll ship it out to you ASAP. It's still chilly in most parts of the country. So if you're looking for a beanie, there's some dope ones up there. Feel free to grab yours. I'll definitely ship it your way. And thank you in advance for any support.
You said jasonferg.com?
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all. So jasonferg.com, go ahead and grab you one of them beanies, especially if you're from Chicago. And if you just want to support, just go ahead and snatch up one of them beanies, man.
Absolutely.
And I definitely was looking at the hat, but you know, I'll take the beanie. But we're gonna get
more merch is coming soon. That's just kind of like the winter stuff that's up, but we'll have some spring, summer stuff coming out soon.
It's cold. It's cold out there in the Midwest right now. So definitely. So listen, you got music, and then we have family. And I know for me, would looking towards your family and having them support you in any way that they can, whether it's your wife keeping the kids for a little bit, or it's, you know, your family allowing you to zone out. But tell us, how important is family to you? And also, how do you operate with your music and have a family? Because some people may be struggling with that. It's like, man, I can't get time. I'm trying to steal away, but I'm saying my family needs me too. So help us out with this family process, this family dynamic.
Yeah, man, my family is everything. I'm married to a beautiful woman, Jason Ferguson, and together we have 6 children, 2 sons, and 4 daughters. I had 2 sons coming into our marriage, and she had our oldest daughter coming into our marriage, and then we had 3 daughters back to back. And so I say 6, but the reality is my oldest son has a sister, and my youngest son has a brother. So if we count them, it's 8 kids out there that are connected to us, you know? But we just as a couple, we decided that we're cultivating an atmosphere of love where our young people can grow and thrive. And so, as an artist, I know that I have to, also be the breadwinner and work and bring home, resources to keep the family moving forward from a financial standpoint. And I have to do work that I feel like I'm been called to impact the world with. But, my commitment to not letting go of my music actually came from a revelation that God gave me. And what God showed me was that, it's easier for me to inspire my children to pursue their dreams when I can show them what it looks like for me to pursue mine.
There it is. Yeah.
I don't have to do a lot of preaching. My children can look and say, no, I saw my dad making us pancakes and stopping over in this little corner and jotting down lyrics while he's flipping pancakes and slicing strawberries. Like, no, he was pursuing his craft while he was raising us. And they see songs come out, or to see my kids sitting on the couch going to look at my YouTube videos, it's like, this is crazy. They're looking at their dad on the screen, and they get to have a relationship with my thoughts and my expression and my art, even when I'm not there. And that's one of the things that I'm committed to, is recording these things so that it is literally a record for my family, for generations to come. And they can say like, wow, Jason Ferguson, our ancestor, this is what he was passionate about, or this is the path that he was setting for himself and for, his offspring. So it definitely takes a lot of balance. It takes support. But I also, as an artist, have learned to not be selfish. I don't, I'm not the one that's like, hey, babe, I'm going to the studio and I'm like on all night. I have a studio at home, and I'm not just in there all the time. I try to just make sure that I'm being respectful of the need to still be plugged in.
Absolutely.
Now there are times where I will go to Irena and just be like, yo, man, I just need to unplug and just go. And when we're in
open communication there.
Yeah, we have to talk.
Yeah.
And I feel bad. Like there have been some mornings where I got up super early, and for sure, Alicia, I hope that is helpful. There have been times where I got up super early and I got in the studio before everybody woke up, and then it's like I look up and it's 11:30, and I haven't been out of the studio at all. And I'm like, you know what? Don't be selfish, man. Put a pin in this and just go plug in with the fam. You can come back to it later. But sometimes it's hard because I could just stay in there, but I try to just be respectful of the larger needs. But I can tell you that having the support of the fam is everything, and I really do appreciate that.
That's what's up. So what I hear is, number one, you're doing it for legacy purposes. Whether your kids get into music or not, they can see that dad chased his dream. And then what I heard also is that you communicate. And them times where you feel like, man, I got something that I need to be here for a minute, I need to be in this space, you communicate it to your wife and say, hey, yo, can I get this time? And I think that's really important, because again, I think it was key. Also not being selfish, just like, I'm just gonna do this. This is gonna be my time, and whatever you think. But I think the fact that you communicate with her, I think it gives for anybody who's married on here or who's thinking about getting married, take this tip. It gives you like the green light to go do it. It gives you the green light because you already communicated, you asked for permission. And unless things are hectic, if they're not, I think your spouse knowing that you ask for permission to go do something gives you that green light to stay and do what you need to do until you're done. And I think that puts it in their mind Like this is his time, this is her time. So let me go ahead and honor what they ask. So I think that's great. And again, anybody who's thinking about, if they passionate about a dream or a goal, and you have a spouse, or communication is key, y'all.
Man, it's everything. Lo, there have been times where, you know, she knows that I haven't really had a chance to really invest in my music. She come up to me like, why don't you just take this evening? I'll be like, man, you speaking nice.
Yeah.
Like, why don't you just take this evening and do music? Sometimes she'll be like, just get out and go listen to some live music. And I'll be like, you know what? You're right. That's what I need. And I'll just do that. I'll get dressed and I'll go and find a local band and just go sit down and enjoy live music. As an artist, I need that. And so I think it's also good to be thinking about, how you can invest in your spouse or your partner, making sure that they get what they need from a creative standpoint. And it's give and take too. I do the exact same thing, not to pat myself on the back, but that's something that we have.
That's important.
Yeah, that's what we established as partners. It's like,
yeah,
it's give and take. Today is your turn. Like you go do your thing. Like I got this. Don't even think about what's happening at the house. Go do your thing. I got this covered. We'll see you when we see you.
Yeah, that's why I like to kick Lynette out. You know what I'm saying?
I
like to do that because it's like, all right, listen, we both been in here. I know we can't get this time in, together. So won't you go see some friends? Go. Sometimes I encourage her to stay at night because again, when they having that time alone to energize, because I know how I feel when I get that time to myself. Like I feel energized, like I'm ready to go, I'm ready to be back. It helps you again. But yep, I do kick you out. So I kicked her out. I was like, go with your friends. I got the kids, and we gonna be good. We'll be good, And so anytime she gets a chance to get away, I'm not tripping because again, like you said, it's give and take, and not even for selfish reasons. Not like, oh, I know I'm gonna need my turn later, but it is true. It's gonna be some times where you're gonna need your time, and your spouses, they remember that. Like, okay, yeah, all right, well, you go because you kicked me out.
For sure. And not to get all deep into the whole marriage piece, but like a lot of people think about marriage like two people that are like leaning on each other. I like to see it as two people who are standing firm side by side. No leaning. Like we need to both be healthy and well and whole so that we can stand firm side by side. Because if you create a situation where it's like, oh, I'm leaning, then you lean, it just takes the right wind, the perfect storm to knock that down.
Knock one of y'all down.
What do we have here? So we came in as individuals, and I think it's important to still support the person. We're a couple, we're a unit, but there's a person that's inside of this thing that still needs to be well. How can I not lose sight of that person and make sure that you still can remain you and do you within the context of what we're building together?
Wow, man. See, this is good. See, this is why I told y'all need to be sharing this because you don't be selfish and holding on to see. He just gave you some marriage advice. He didn't gave you some dream chasing advice. And so real quick, because it's already about to be an hour. So I told you when we get into these things, it just goes like that, man. But speak on entrepreneurship just for a minute, man, and because you are wearing a lot of hats. You're a father, you're an artist, but then you also have a business, and just kind of highlight that for a little bit.
Yeah, so actually over the past few months, as a family, we established a company called Ferguson Inspired, and you all can check it out. It's fergusoninspired.com. We just wanted to create a platform for us to talk about faith, family, and love.
Wow.
And we also thought that, given that all of the members of our family, from the oldest to the youngest, we all have our unique gifts and passions. We wanted to have a place where we can bring all of that under the one umbrella so that, years from now, when my youngest daughters are graduating college, if they didn't want to go and apply for a job anywhere and they just wanted to work for Ferguson Inspired and create content, or do anything that they thought kind of met the vision of Ferguson Inspired, they have their own family company that they could be a part of, as
Yeah.
opposed to, feeling like they have to go and build somebody else's legacy. So it's still a young company. We're creating content. We've been dropping YouTube videos. We have some merch on our website. You all feel free to go check out the store at fergusoninspired.com. But yeah, we just want to build something that is like a legacy company, and we can also just encourage people, again, around the topics of faith, family, and love.
Wow, man. Well, see, and this is it, man. I think when you get inside of a arena of creatives, this is what comes out. So how do you get inspired to keep this going, or to keep the creative juices flowing? Like, who do you listen to right now? Not even just music wise, but do you have a podcast, or do you have a particular person that you listen to?
So this dude named Herbert Smyer, who has a
Ah.
podcast called has a joint called Tell It. If y'all haven't heard about it, um
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate
yeah,
that.
for sure. No, I don't know if I have a podcast that I tune into regularly,
Mm-hmm.
but honestly, let me just say this. I have really been trying to stay in tune with what my friends are doing. It's a lot of celebrities doing amazing things.
Yeah.
Is a lot of celebrities doing amazing things. They have big budgets. We see their stuff. It's big, shiny commercials around the stuff that's happening out there. But even with what I'm wearing right now, like, these are brands that are not in department stores. This is our stuff. So I
Right.
really have been trying my best to, like, listen to my friends and follow my friends and support my friends.
That's what's up.
I got friends who have podcasts, and friends who are putting out music. I'm collaborating with my friends. A lot of times we overlook those who are literally sitting next to us because we got our eyes on the person who's on. It's like, no, we are on. Like, let's support each other and learn from each other and build with each other. So a lot of what I've been listening to musically is the music that my friends are dropping, honestly. And I do have some of my favorite artists out there that I kind of follow and whatnot, but, like, I have been very intentional as of late of just kind of connecting with people who are, like, right within arm's reach and letting them know that I'm rocking with them.
Yeah. Definitely, man. That's what's up, man. That's definitely what's up, because again, we run to all the big names, but we got people doing things,
Yeah.
and so I love that concept of let's support. Again, let me just throw this out there. If you see somebody that's trying to do something, just go ahead and share their content, man. Go ahead and share it, like it, do whatever you can to see that person succeed, because you think what you are doing isn't worth it. Your like, your heart, your share doesn't matter, but it really does, because it might get into the hands of the right person that that we don't have contact with, and that can trigger something. So definitely don't think your sharing doesn't matter. Now, I forgot to share this with you, man, but we usually have giveaways. All right.
Oh,
We usually have giveaways. And are you willing to give away one of them beanies, man? Do you have one on hand to give away?
yeah, absolutely.
All right. So listen, y'all. Let's see. What do we want the hashtag to be? Do you think of a hashtag?
Let's just should it be you want it to be Tell It?
Sure, why not? We can do that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So listen, y'all. Yeah, you've been hanging out. I don't know what you been hanging out. All right, well, so here we go. It may be your chance to win something. So listen, y'all. If you want to go ahead and win the beanie, again, tell us what it is one more time.
It's the Love from Chicago beanie. If you want to see it right now, it's at jasonferg.com. Go to the shop tab, and in fact, whoever wins, they can even pick the color that they want. We're gonna even do that. You tell me, whoever wins, they get to pick the color, and I will ship it to them.
All right, so there you go, y'all. So y'all need to go ahead and put in hashtag tell it. Why not? Hashtag tell it to enter in to win a Love from Chicago beanie. So go ahead and do that right now. And as people are putting in their comments to try to win this, there you go. There's 2 people already that put it up there. I want you to. What do you need to say to somebody who's? You know what? You can. You can throw yourself in there. Throw yourself in there. All right. So this is Lisa, y'all. She part of the team. She part of the squad. And let me just say this before she throws her hashtag in there. She supports everybody. I'm gonna just let you know that now. Everyone who has been on Tell It that has had something, she has supported them. So we're not running no schemes here. We ain't running nothing where we're just looking out for Team Tell It. No, I'm telling you, she supports everyone. So that's why I'm allowing her to throw her hat in there, because she is constantly giving and giving and giving. And so
I see what you did there. She can throw her hat in there.
Ha, you like that? Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yo, people are flooding in. People are flooding in with these hashtag tellers. Now listen.
I see y'all. And my auntie Lo threw hers in there.
There you go. There you go. And so listen, the way we do it is random. Okay. See, again, this is how Alicia supports. So she's at home right now, she's watching, but she has a random wheel that she drops all the names in digitally. Well, whatever, digitally. And the wheel picks the winner. So she doesn't even pick the winner. I don't pick the winner. Jason's not even going to pick the winner. So that's why I said throw her hat in there, because it's random. We don't even know who's going to win. But if she so happens to win, I'll just let you guys know she has definitely supported everyone along the way. But again, continue to put in hashtag tell it as Jason gives his last remarks to those who are looking to try to start their own thing. What advice would you give someone?
Hey, we are here for a reason. We are here for a season. And we cannot afford to waste either the reason that we're here and the season that we're here. We can't afford to waste it. Let's get busy doing what we've been called to do. You are worth it. And the last thing I would say is we are being selfish when we withhold what God has given us to share with the world. It's not about us. When it's all said and done, what God has put on your heart to do is about what he's trying to do through you. So if that can be encouragement to take the next step, I just really encourage you to take the next step, because particularly if God has inspired you to do it, that inspiration is backed by his divine resources, the right connections, the right insight. Like, just get out there and make yourself available to his use, for his purpose, and it's going to be great. And this community, we are a community that supports one another. So, you know, make it known, and you got a squad that's rallying behind you.
Definitely, man. Yo, that's good words of wisdom, man. Good words of wisdom. Thank you for sharing that, because we have a lot of people that always second guessing themselves or feel like their content or whatever they have to say isn't good enough. But man, that's just you. That's actually kind of selfish, man. You let other people determine what's good and what's good for them, because already, you know, if you release that song, if you release that book or that poem, whatever you're doing, that's going to bless somebody, and you're going to sit back and like, oh, it's not good enough.
Can I say one more thing?
Go ahead.
I think one of the things that really messes us up is we think that everything is for the masses, and it's not. You may record a song that only one person gets a message from. And if that was the purpose for God giving you that song, then so be it. You know what I'm saying? So be it. You know, you read stories in scripture where it wasn't a million people around. It was one woman who Jesus had an encounter with, or that it wasn't about all of these different people. So I just think we can't fall victim to the temptation to think that everything is supposed to pop and blow up and all this other stuff. Sometimes the biggest thing is, you know, the very specific purpose that God gave for that thing in the beginning. And it may not look like anything that exists out there, and it may not look like fame and all of that kind of stuff. Just be obedient and let it do what it does.
Yeah. Yeah. See, that's dope, man. And then you gotta trust that, man. You're gonna be taken care of. You're gonna be good.
Yeah,
You know, if you just stay on the mission, if you feel like God put something in your heart to do it, do it. Because if He did it, if He said it, you know, it's gonna happen.
that's
You
right.
know, and
That's
that's
right.
yeah. So just go ahead and step out. But all right, so let me see who won. Let me see if she sent the message. I don't even know if she started the wheel yet because there's so many people that threw in hashtag Tesla. Again, thank you again for the support. And before she pulls the winner, just go ahead and follow me at Herbert underscore tell it. You can also follow my man's at Jason Ferg Music on Instagram. Go ahead and follow him. There's some content. He got lots of for you can see his YouTube page from there and everything else. Also, remember to go ahead and check out the
Coffee Hip
Coffee
Hop.
Hip Hop. There it goes right here. Coffee
Yeah.
Hip Hop and Mental Health. Go ahead and check that out. Here's their website. Donate. And if you're in Chicago, go ahead and check it out. You know
Go
what I'm
get you
saying?
some coffee and tell my brother Christopher Lamar or any other staff that Jason Ferg sent you. Tell them you said what's up and snap a photo and blast them. Let everybody know that they're
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And if you want to go ahead and grab you, I don't know if the shirt, the light is on it, but it's pretty bright. If you want to go grab you some tell it hoodie, sweater, because it's a little chilly out there right now, you can go to tell-it.creator-spring.com. Just go ahead and book it. Listen, I ain't got to wait around for it. As soon as you book it, it's going to be on its way. So go ahead and grab you one of those and support. Again, thank you for coming on here. We try to create a community of support and love for one another, business people, artists, and so here we go, y'all. Let me see who won. Let's see, and the winner is okay. Let me see. All right. Wow, Abby, you the winner.
Abby.
You are the winner. So congratulations, Abby. For
Abby, what color? Abby, what color do you want?
So where you at? Hopefully she didn't jump off. I hope she didn't jump off. But she been rocking with us ever since we started tonight. So here we go. Oh,
Say my name. Say my name. She wants the red. I got you.
yeah, she wants the red one.
All right.
Okay.
So Herbert, I think the only thing we have to do is just coordinate, and we could do this offline. But I just need her shipping address. And we should be good to go.
I got you. I got you. Hey, you know how autocorrect always getting you.
Yeah.
She gonna keep trying.
Say
But,
my name. Say my babe. Say my name. Say my babe.
she gonna keep trying.
It's
That
all
autocorrect
good.
is
We
beast,
know. We
man.
know what you mean. We
We
know.
know. We know. Look at that. Look at that. My keyboard is disrespecting all the time. Listen, so y'all, thank you for tuning in. We definitely gonna connect offline to Abby so we can get you that beanie sent to your address. Matter of fact, Abby, you just go ahead and DM me, put it in my messages, and I'll shoot it to Jason. Again, y'all, go ahead and keep in touch with us, y'all. Because tell it, we put some amazing people on here. It's not about me at all. I always want to highlight those who are out there. And actually, what Jason said was we want to highlight who people don't hear about. And so that is the whole goal of Tell It. You know, I know all of these amazing people. We've been running for about to be 2 years in August. And for every time we came up here, everyone has something amazing to offer. And just to think that I got 2 years running and not one celebrity. Now I ain't gonna shoot down a celebrity if they want to come on here. I ain't gonna be like, I ain't turning down nothing but my collar. But to let you know that there's some amazing people that's out there with some amazing advice. They got some great stuff. And here you go. You know, we always offering it here on Tell It. So what we gonna do? Again, Jason, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man, it's definitely a pleasure. So what we gonna do as we peace out? We're gonna rock out to his band one more time. For people who weren't on here who didn't see it, I'm gonna let you see what this man can do. And again, he has an album that's coming out, so y'all be looking out for that. And I'm gonna just let y'all see. I'm gonna just let y'all see what he do, y'all. But again, thank you for joining us on Tell It. Remember, there is hope in your story, and don't forget to go ahead and, if you're watching on YouTube, to subscribe, to go ahead and like, and then click the bell, bing, for those notifications. And we'll be with y'all next time, y'all. Other than that, y'all, we out. Peace.
Peace.
This is All We Do Is Vibe, y'all. Holla.
I don't need a deal or a pedestal. They tell me I'll be wrecking them seas. I'm like I reckon so. I don't really know. I don't compete with the next man. I'm just trying to be the best me and see the Lord's plan unfold. Like the scenes of a stage play, real life is more than what an Instagram page say. Be not deceived, don't fall for the okie doke. I show up looking satisfied and spoken for. We all know thirsty moms get plucked off first. Flip flop like a pancake over short skirts. The art of self-control, that's the practice. I'm at this, matchless like John the Baptist. Keep cool, cause they with us. Y'all with us, y'all. Let's go, ayy. Yes, sir. Yo, and we can keep it authentic. We can build upon a legacy. Once upon a time, whenever we heard a